off so far. They might let us in.
Trying to back it in.
Might.
Make some more sleep.
They're working on it. They're working on it. You can hear them screaming.
Yes.
Look at it right now,
Let's welcome Nathan Fillion.
Thank you for bearing with us. Hello, Salt Lake City. Anyone here local? Anyone from out of town? Me too. Brian? Brian Weiser? Where are you, Brian? Brian Weiser? Where? Hi, Brian. Your parents here? Hi, Weisers. Everybody, remember that Done the Impossible? You can thank Brian. So welcome to the South Ballroom. Captain Mel, Captain Hammer, and Nathan Fillion. This is my favorite part of the conventions because I get to talk to you. Share this intimate personal moment. And find out what exactly your burning desired questions are. There's something inside you want to know. Something that maybe can't be Googled. I love that when I get on Twitter. When's the next season of Castle gonna start? I don't know. I go to work and I do my thing. And other people, that's not my job. Call. Some things can't be Googled. Salt Lake City, the visitors. Some things you need to get from the source. Or me. So we got microphones. Do you want to start over here? Some questions? Dr. Strange? I see that.
Captain, I was wondering. As someone was teased about it a lot as a kid, have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? And if you were, say, invited by, I don't know, Will Wheaton to play a board game with him, would you do it?
Chris Pelche was a friend of mine in 7th grade, and he invited me over, and his older brother was the dungeon master, and we were playing Dungeons and Dragons. It took so long. When is something gonna happen? My favorite part of playing Dungeons and Dragons was rolling the dice and figuring out my character, and then drawing him. This is my guy. That's that sword we were talking about. It's not bad. But I found the game itself to be a little drawn out. But my favorite part about playing the game was drawing things out. Would I ever play a board game with Will Wheaton? My practice is never start playing a game you know you can't win. And I don't care what you think when you look at Will Wheaton, but that kid's smart. Take it from me. Thank you very much, friend. Was there another one on this side? Is there another question? Two bucks.
Yes,
You've clearly had a lot of experience working with Joss Whedon.
Clearly.
I was wondering what it was like working with him as opposed to other directors, and any special things about working with Joss Whedon.
First of all, I don't care who you are. Someone's going to ask you a question, and you go, "Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can do it like this." Never Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon has it all planned out. The lights, the time of day, the hair, the clothes, the music, the pace, the camera angle. Exactly. He knows before it starts. Also, he has a very pleasant way of, and it's an art. Everybody has an idea. Joss has a very pleasant way of saying no when your idea sucks. I come up with a lot of ideas. 98% of which are terrible. Joss will say something along the lines of,
There's an app for that.
yeah, or, and then say something brilliant, and you go, oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. Or he'll say, that's an amazing idea. No, wait, the other thing. He has a way of when it's really necessary that he says no. He has a way of saying no that doesn't make you feel like an Is there anybody under the age of 18 here? 16? Sorry, a-hole. Dummy. Let's say dummy. He has a way of not making you feel like a dummy. Excellent question, both of you. Over here?
Hi, my name is Seth, and I was curious, do you have waking nightmares or you just try to ignore it, the role of the whiny little crybaby in Saving Private Ryan?
I just recently did a benefit at the Geffen Theater in Los Angeles. Did a benefit honoring a fellow from Walt Disney, Alan Moore, and Steve Martin. There was a lot of big, I didn't know, but there was a lot of big major Hollywood players in the audience. And they said, hey, would you come down? There's going to be a bunch of actors and they're going to just tell a story about backstage or behind the scenes. And I said, sure, sounds great. And I wrote this story about my experience on Saving Private Ryan, which was my very first film. I was 25 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. I'd never been to London. I'd never been to Europe, to the UK. I'd never been across the ocean like that. It was a lot of firsts. I was very excited. And then I met a man named Dale Dye. And this story I told was a horrifying story where this fella, Dale Dye, was joined the Marine Corps in 1964. He had 31 combat missions, 2 Bronze Stars, a Purple Heart. This guy is a hard ass. And now he's a military advisor for films. And he's the guy who put the cast of Saving Private Ryan. Did you ever hear that story? They went through basic training, and then one night they said, this blows, let's not do this anymore. They said, let's take a vote. And the only person to vote to stay was Tom Hanks. And they all went, all right, we'll stay too. Dale Dye, I came out and I'm all dressed up in World War II outfit. All the background, they're all British military personnel, they're all dressed up in World War II outfits. Dale Dye comes strolling out and starts setting his background. He goes, you, why don't you over there by that building? You, over there by that dead horse. And he comes to me and he says, you see that pile of bricks way at the end of that road? I want you on the other side of those. I said, oh, because someone had just told me, hey, stay right here. Steven Spielberg will be right here, and he'll tell you where he wants you to go. So I had my orders. So he says, yeah, I want you on the other side of those. And he turns around and said, I gotta stay here. And he stops. He's dressed up in World War II outfit too. And he outranks me. Everybody who was there, all these guys I'd met that morning, and they're all nice fellas and really cool, they all go like this. Except one guy's doing this. This guy got in my face. Maybe you don't understand. I say what to do, and you do it. Over there. All I had to do was say, look, simple misunderstanding. I'm not background. I'm in the next scene. He told me to wait here with Steven Spielberg. All I said was, stand right here. Now he's so close, I can feel every word on my face. We're gonna try this one last time. And if you don't do what I say, here's what's gonna happen. And all of a sudden Steven Spielberg comes out and goes, hey Nathan, great, come on over here, this is what I want you to do and this and that. And I look back and there's Jill dying. My pants. So that's the only nightmare I had. That was a long story. So sorry, that was it.
On Castle, they have a lot of veiled references to Firefly.
That's true.
I was wondering if that's something the writers just threw in or where that it was inspired from, because that's one of my favorite aspects of the show.
If it is written into the show, chances are it was written by a writer into the show. If I'm dressed as Malcolm Reynolds, you know that's in the show. There was one bit where they hand us gloves. I don't know if you noticed this. Did anybody here watch Castle? That's what happens. Castle rarely touches anything. Because I don't like putting on the gloves. And I discovered that early on. But one time I had to touch something, so they give me gloves, and they were blue. I put them on and went. Another time they wrote it in, my mother, Susan Sullivan, wonderful lady, said, you've never heard of the Serenity? She was talking about Serenity Spa. And camera's over here, and I did one of these. She's almost looking right in the barrel, but not quite, just off the side. That stuff's me. But if it's written in, it's written in. So it's a team effort. Which is, by the way, super duper cool, because they're so ready to acknowledge to the fans that we know you're out there. It was a soap opera episode, and I had a line saying, I got the story idea for my first book from watching Days of Our Lives. And I said to the writer, hey, it's no difference to you. Can I say One Life to Live? Because I was all right. Yeah, sure, man. I think they're all ABC anyway, right? Thank you. Over here. I love your hair.
Thank you. My name is Megan, and I have two questions.
Okay, Megan.
Well, a question and a request. The first of which is, how did you feel about the Netflix Firefly prank on April 1st?
Okay, A, who didn't know that was coming? Come on. B, thanks Netflix, because now I gotta listen to everybody on Twitter going, oh man, that was not cool. Right in the feels. And if you read some of the comments under their article, not pleasant. Nobody going, ha, you got me. I was like, deal dialogue. And what was the other one?
The other one is, it's my sister Tana's birthday today, and mine is tomorrow. Would you mind saying happy birthday to us?
Happy birthday to us.
I know you had to learn a lot of Mandarin for the Firefly, and I was wondering if the swear words you use on a day-to-day basis still, or ever.
I don't use them, they don't just pop out. Ooh, sorry, I spoke Mandarin. But of all the Chinese we learned, I only remember my first phrase I had to speak. For some reason it stuck. A Chinese affiliate came to Castle, and they were filming Seamus Dever, and they were trying to teach him how to say Merry Christmas in Chinese. I guess this was just before Chinese Christmas. As they're filming him and he's practicing his Chinese, I just walk in, I hear him speaking Chinese, I lean over his shoulder and I say, the only thing I know how to say in Chinese. I checked it out on YouTube later. The entire thing is bleeped out. So, the moral of the story is, oops.
How much you're admired and adored. Restraining orders aside, what is your craziest fan experience?
Never, ever endeavor to find out where a celebrity lives. Not to send a happy thank you note, not to send a fan script, and not to pop by. There is nothing you can say that doesn't say, I'm crazy, and I know where you live. I'm not talking to you guys, obviously. I'm talking to everybody on the internet who's going to watch this on YouTube. Craziest fan experience. I was signing autographs at a table. It's kind of on a riser, a little lower than this. Signing autographs, people are going by. This one fan came by, a little exuberant. No biggie, I like that. Move on, they're down here, I'm signing up. Hey Nathan, hey Nathan, hey Nathan, I just finished the signing, and I'm not on to other people, I'm trying to get my attention, that's fair. I said, I'm sorry. I said, yes. You know that new scene you did? You should do more of those. That's really creepy, sir. Well, I love your outfit. Was more the same thing. But I thought it was a little on the nose. Right out.
Thank you, Nathan. My name's Halo, and my question for you is, I've heard you talk in different interviews about having a bucket list and having things that you've done that you've checked off your bucket list. So what I want to know is what's now ahead for you on your bucket list, what's at the top, personally or professionally?
I just ticked off one of the items on my bucket list last night. I had dinner with, save for one, the entire bridge.